Hi guys, I'm Ryan Houston and welcome to my fly tying channel. The channel contains hundreds of different videos catering from beginners right through to the more advanced tyers and covering flies and patterns from all around the world. If you like what you see, stick around until the end of the video where generally you'll find the pattern description, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Let's get on with the show. Hi guys, welcome back. So tonight we're going to tie a Mayfly, and this one is it's a wet Mayfly. It's the Jaffa May, which is Sam McGowan pattern, which I believe is a favourite on Loch Melvin more than others, probably because of its fluorescent-y orange and yellow coloration, which suits the Daphnia end of things on that lake. So size 10 B175. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this with this sort of fluorescent yellow number 32 fluo yellow from Textream. So I'm going to start my thread, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of clear varnish on my shank and wind into that. That just seals the whole thing down, protects the hook underneath. So for the tail we're going to use cock pheasant, so half a dozen or so fibres of that, and then length up to yourself. I suppose if you're tying for competitions you're going to have to tie it very short, but otherwise I'd be going sort of like a hook length, or maybe even a little bit longer. Tie that in, and then I tie forward and rip off the tag ends. So next we're going to add the rib. So for the rib I'm going to use an orange Glow Bright. So I think the pattern calls for a number 3, but I'm going to go with a 7 here. I like this sort of slightly more bright orange. So tie that in. Take it back out of the way. And then a body calls for a picric seal. So any sort of yellow, fluorescent yellow kind of a dubbin will do you. Take a little pick of that. Wax about 3 inches of the thread and put my seal, or spread the seal along it, and then start to spin at this end. Once I catch a couple of fibres, that'll allow me to tighten that up, and then we wrap our body with that. I'm not too worried about getting it tight at the back there, because I think the yellow thread showing a little bit on that helps to give another little attractor point. And we need to stop it to give ourselves room for 2 hackles at the front here. So next thing we want to do then is to palmer the body of this with a picric cock hackle. Don't have picric, use like a yellow or like a fluorescent olive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go put on 1 turn at the front to make a full collar sort of hackle, and then come backwards. Again, number of turns up to yourself, but sort of 4 probably. And take your rib underneath that, catch it in place, and then wrap the rib up through the body in about 5 turns and snap that off. So when we get to the front here, then tie across our rib, take it forward, a couple of turns over that, and fold it back and come back to the base of the hackle where it was tied in. I'm just going to sort of squeeze the hackle into place with my thumb and finger and trim that off. There's no wing on this fly. To finish it, we're going to need 2 hackles, one of which is going to be fluorescent orange, and the other one is going to be a French partridge in a sort of fluorescent-y picric type. So we'll take a fluorescent orange cock hackle here. It's a short one. And what I'm going to do is catch it by the tip and just stroke the fibres out to the side like this, and then snap that off. So we catch the last few fibres, pull them forward to create this sort of like little V, and put it against the side of the fly. Tie across that. That'll hold it in place on the last little bit of stalk. Pull this back and tie over that with a couple of turns. Then hackle pliers, pull the hackle between finger and thumb. You can see that's just sort of stroking it back and doubling it. And then depending on how orange you want this, can be 1 to probably 3 turns, I would say. Tie across. Fold the stalk back. And snap that off. So that gives the orange glow underneath our front hackle. So our front hackle then is going to be a picric or fluorescent olivey dyed French partridge hackle. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come to here and strip off from the webby bit, and then we're going to tie this in the same way as what we did the other. So just grab your tip. Now if we look at this here, the fibres here are quite short, because we're already into quite a length of a fibre here. You don't really need those, so you can nip it off there. Again, create this little V portion at the front, push that against the side of your fly, tie across it, just hold it under tension here, flip this back, and then pull it between my finger and thumb, same again. That on. Once we get to the end of the wrapping, take a turn across it. That's it held in place now. So a couple of turns tighter, then fold the stem of the partridge back. Start just behind the eye, and I'm moving backwards with my thread. And that is the tying. Just need to finish the head. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a thin clear varnish here. I'm going to varnish a couple of inches of my thread, a couple of turns, and then I'm going to whip or half finish, whatever you want to call it, into that and turn that off. And that is our Jaffa May tied. Striking fly, very effective. So hopefully you liked our video tonight. If you did, give me a like, subscribe, check out all the other videos on the channel, tell your friends, and until next time, tight lines, and thanks for watching.